We're gonna have fun, guys. Sorry about the bumpy start, but we're gonna have a great time. I'm ready for it. I think even if it's different, and we also have WTL, by the way. You ready for that too, mate?
Yeah, I'm ready. I play stats, right?
I believe that is correct. You can take a look.
Yeah, I was thinking about the match.
That sounds something like Stefano used to always say whenever he had a big match ready. He's like, I've been thinking about the match a lot. I was like, what about you practice a little? He's like, no. I'm thinking about it. Oh.
No, honestly though, like with ZVP, you know how it is nowadays. I feel like you need to have a certain approach to the matchup, right? So I think, well, I have some stuff ready. I can just say that.
While we wait, guys, for herO and Gumiho to get their vetoes in, and we can finally hop into our first game, but it's all right. We have plenty of time. I do want to let you guys know that Trigger and Classic have already played. I do not know the outcome of the series per usual, but I can let you guys know in advance that Trigger and Classic played yesterday, because obviously this match would normally be at 8 a.m. Trigger time. You guys just saw me play a couple of ladder games at 8:45 a.m. That didn't go very well, so we can't really expect Trigger to play his best Starcraft either. So they played yesterday. And hopefully it went well for our boy. Do you know? You don't tell me, obviously. But you know?
No, I don't know. I never know.
Okay, cool. All right, I'm excited. We need another win. It would be
I'm
nice, you
excited.
know? Right before the big journey to Dallas. Like, you know, I'm flying in less than 24 hours to America.
What, really? Oh, you're going a few days early?
Yeah, a couple days early.
Oh, nice. I'm going Tuesday, I think.
Yeah, how does that work for you? Because, yeah, basically...
Yeah, Tuesday.
And then you arrive Wednesday late, right?
Wait, no, I'm stupid. Do I fly Tuesday or Wednesday?
Yeah, I think you fly Tuesday. If you fly Wednesday, you're gonna arrive on Thursday. That would be very short notice.
No. I go back in time.
No, you go forward in time, mate.
Do I?
Oh no, wait, you're right. Because yeah, you're right. Sorry. Because Asia is super far ahead time-wise than America. So yeah, you can fly on Wednesday.
I fly 29, so that's Wednesday. Well, sick.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's very confusing when you fly from Asia to America, especially to like Central America, because you're flying basically towards time, but then you're back a day in time. Time difference between Dallas and Korea is probably like 14 hours or something, if not more than that.
Exactly. So I leave at 5 p.m. And I get there at 4 p.m. Even though it's like a 12-hour flight. Yeah. Sick.
Cool. Is it direct for you?
Yeah, it's direct. I'm not doing any layovers anymore.
No, but that's actually...
Should we host the games?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'll host.
Can you host with Ops++? That would be awesome.
Of course, man. Who do you think I am?
I think you're a pro.
I am a pro at everything. I'm a caster as well now, Kevin. Do you see?
I know, man. You've done more offline events than most other casters this year. You know, people keep on asking me, they're like, Roddy, who would win a all-caster StarCraft 2 tournament? I was like, at this point, I think Reynor would win it, guys. Like, he's casting GSOKS, he's casting Stars War. That's 2 more events than a lot of other people you guys think are StarCraft 2 casters have done this year. You know the quote of Nate Diaz that you're taking everything I've worked for? I'm gonna play you in 1v1 StarCraft soon, Reynor.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Pro play, Kevin. No, but it's been fun to cast a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Saber, by the way, is with me. I gave him approval. The guy, Hyperion, your old man, your old nemesis.
Fucking Saber, kick him out.
No, Saber is.
You know what they did in China?
Tell me.
Okay, I'm gonna start. They were like, "Hey, Reynor, we need to test a PC. Can you come with us?" I was like, "Sure, I'll be the tester." And they're like, I set up. I start the game. I'm like, guys, the FPS is awful here, and I'm playing against Saber. And they're like, "Oh, but players are not gonna use this PC." I was like, "What the fuck are you testing this for?" And then I get link flooded by Saber while I was playing Toss. So it was a 2-minute game, and he was completely useless. So I just got trolled. But yeah.
I have a great story about playing against people in production, but I'll share it after the intros, guys. Welcome to the very special 60th edition already of the BASILISK Big Brain Bouts. I know it's early for the Europeans. It is mega late or early, depending how you live in America. But we've got 4 awesome best of 5s. The first 3 will be casted by Reynor and myself. The last one Reynor will be playing. and I'll be casting it solo. All 4 series are basically main events because these guys are obviously amazing and we respect their time. So 4 times there's $200 on the line, 150 for the winner, 50 for the loser, and this is going to be our first match. We have swapped the order because organizing things can be tricky, especially if you're not in direct contact with everyone, but we'll make it work. Ain't that right?
Super right. All right, you want to do the introduction?
1 each.
I get HeroMarine. Spawning in the bottom left, bottom right of Oceanborn, we have HeroMarine going for double gas.
All that live event casting, mate, and you're still introducing players on the bottom left of Oceanborn?
My bad. Bottom left of Oceanborn doesn't actually exist.
To make sure that I don't make you look bad, in the top right side of Oceanborn, we are looking at the main base of our Korean Terran player. It's Gumiho, representing Cloud9.
I think this series is gonna be fun, man. When I was thinking about the matchups, I was like, Gumi is pretty good in TVP, and HeroMarine is wild in PvT, but he's pretty good as well. And I didn't want to give him a Zerg, because I was like, it's probably gonna be one-sided if I give him a Zerg, honestly. So.
Isn't HeroMarine wild in everything he does?
Yeah, he is. Except in life. In life, he's actually like really chill. You know, I was traveling with Maru and HeroMarine back from China. They were so nice to me, man. They were so nice. They paid for everything.
Oh.
Like HeroMarine bullying Maru into paying for everything because he was the champion.
Yeah.
And we got like a coffee together and stuff. It was pretty fun.
That's an esports tradition. Even in the Warcraft 3 days, we already did that. Poor Grubby always had to pay because he won a lot. All right, so HeroMarine's going to go for a proxy Stargate here, mate. Proxy Stargate in the very first game of the 60th edition of the Asia BASILISK Big Brain Bouts. Look at how annoying HeroMarine is, by the way, with his Zealot. I didn't even know you could keep a Zealot alive for this long. This is actually next level side blocker abuse, man.
Yeah. There's a couple of maps where you can do this. On Alkion as well, next to the Watchtower is sick. We're gonna see a Void Ray rush. When's the last time you saw this? Proxy Void Ray?
Yesterday, I was watching Coco.
Ah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Well, I think if you veto Coco, then last time I saw it, it was like at least 6 months ago.
Yeah, MaxPax used to do this, right, before he became a god. MaxPax was the OG Void Ray rusher with shield batteries. He did it a couple times against Clem, but that's obviously when MaxPax wasn't the player yet that he currently is. Gumiho is about to, I think, finally see this for the first time. I don't think he saw it before. And SCV died. Stalker is in trouble. The Stalker does die, but if the Void Ray can just activate the prismatic alignment on the Cyclone, Gumiho is in trouble. And Gumiho is in trouble because the next Cyclone that pops would die immediately. And just like that, guys, welcome to Asia Starcraft 2. It's HeroMarine who takes the 1-0 lead. And to give credit to Coco, Reynor, when this patch went live, Coco did tell me multiple times, she's like, Roddy, have you done Void Ray All In yet on one base? It's really good on this patch against Terran. And perhaps Coco was onto something, mate.
Yeah, I think she invented the new meta of the new patch. Is it because of the Cyclone?
Yeah, because this current
so,
Cyclone obviously doesn't lock on as quick. And yeah, on top of that, it's worse than the OG Cyclone against stuff like Void Rays. But I don't know. I mean, Coco has her own ways, mate. But if Coco tells me, I kind of believe it. And it's nice to see HeroMarine backing up Coco's claims.
Yeah. Maybe HeroMarine and Coco shared a moment to talk about strategies there. You never know.
I was watching surprised, mate. I've seen coaching videos with Goblin, with MaxPax, with Clem. So who's to say that HeroMarine is not being at it?
Nowadays, if you want to be a celebrity, you gotta have a feature with Coco. And I didn't have my feature with Coco just yet, but I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna happen.
That might be your way back into the top, mate. One sec. We need We need TKL too. Sorry, we started game 1 without TKL. Sorry, TKL. There's a little bit of banter between HeroMarine and Gumiho. Gumiho's probably like, really, mate? We finally get an Asia edition of the BASILISK Big Brain Bouts, and this is how you welcome me. I've been theory crafting for days, ready to put on a show for the foreign audience, and game 1 lasts for 3 minutes and 35 seconds.
Classic HeroMarine, honestly. And you know what's funny? Gumiho was supposed to be traveling with us, but they had to change his flight because apparently Gumiho lives in the absolute middle of nowhere in Korea.
Oh, really?
So so he had a direct flight, which was at 12, and we had like a layover and stuff, but he still got home at the same time of us because he just lives in the absolute middle of nowhere. So it takes him like 4 hours, 5 hours from the airport to go home.
That is funny, and I'm very curious. Do you have any idea of the name of the city that he lives in?
It's like apparently it's like close to Busan.
Okay, so it's
You-
all the
you
way
know
in the
Busan,
bottom.
yeah.
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 I've been to Busan once, mate. They organized the World Cyber Games.
Oh really? I was planning to go with my friends as well.
Does he live in like Daegu or Chonwon? maybe?
I don't know the exact city.
Okay. Didn't SOS used to live in the middle of nowhere too?
That's very possible, yeah.
All right. Round 2, guys. El Sione, or as you would call it, Alkione. In the top right side, we are looking at the main base of the man who takes the 1-0 lead with a Coco certified approved build proxy void ray. For this man, it's hero. Gotta say though, that
And
side
in-
blocker usage will stay with me for a while. That was actually very cool.
Yeah, that was very annoying. I would be molding if I was Gumiho. And in the bottom left, we have the Terran player down 0-1. It is Gumiho. It's going 2 gas now, so we'll play it a little bit safer.
Did Hero
Because
think
Gumiho's
we
been
were
very
behind
obsessed.
schedule or something? He's like, alright guys, I know we started 10 minutes later. You guys want to get back on track? He's like, no Hero, that's not needed.
Classic hero, man. Always takes fun for the people. Hero is so nice, man. You know, he spent like 2 hours of our travel day looking for a lip gloss for his wife as a gift.
Oh. And did he
Because
find it?
Hero is very scared of his. Nah, he's very scared of his wife. He was telling me he wanted to buy like headphones, but he had to ask permission to his wife first. I was just laughing. It's really fun.
That's the married life, mate. Almost every married man is a little afraid of his wife.
Yeah, happens to the best.
One day, mate.
Wouldn't know about it.
One day.
I'm good.
Maybe sooner rather than later. Maybe you'll get married in your early 20s. It's possible.
I'm good, man. I'm good.
I had another question. Obviously, we're not going to talk to chat too much, guys, because I'm listening to Reynor. But since a lot of people have been asking me, I figured I would ask you the question too. Have you played any of the Brood War versus SE2 mods so far? And if you have played it, what are your thoughts?
I have played it, but I don't know any of the. Like, I've never played Brood War, so basically what I do is I just play Starcraft 2 and I just do my own thing. I played like a couple of games in China as well. I had a show match against Chelsea and F91.
How did Chelsea do?
No, they didn't do very good.
The potato. Did you bring a potato? Did you take a bite out of a potato for me?
No. But they're insanely popular in China. It's crazy, man. They came on stage and the crowd went wild.
Yeah. I was watching the clean feed and you could hear it a little bit every now and then, and especially whenever there's something cool happened or something unique in the games. Like the microphone wasn't properly set up for the audience to be well mic'd, but you could still hear them. So it seemed like a very fun event. One of these events that definitely reignites the passion a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. People are super excited about StarCraft in China, honestly. The fans were wild. And also with like NetEase coming back and all of that, I heard that most likely there's gonna be another one of these.
That's amazing. Yeah, and I heard it might even become bigger, right? 16 players instead of 8.
Yeah, the rumor on the street is also there's a chance WTL playoffs are offline.
Ooh, that would be cool. Hey, I wanted to ask one more thing. There is a small chance, mate, that once in a while I have to leave a lobby because sometimes Asia Battle.net is very annoying. So at that point, you're just gonna have to share your screen with me. I obviously don't want to make the players
That's fine.
laugh, but we'll worry about that later. For now, it seems to be good as Hero has 2 adepts on the other side of the map, has killed the first Reaper earlier, kills the second Reaper now. The fact that he's dealing this much damage against all these units, would love to get just one more hit off, doesn't get it. Nice micro by Gumi in the end. But obviously if you're Gumiho and you open up with multiple Reapers and multiple Hellions, you want to be on the other side of the map, right? You want to be on top of probes. You don't want to be cleaning up adepts at home and now having to repair your units. So even if Hero loses the adepts, I would say this is a pretty big victory for Hero.
Yeah, and Gumiho dropping through the center as well, and Hero took the Xel Naga Tower. What do you think about Widowmine drops lately? I've seen quite a few of them, and never see them do anything.
No, they seem really bad. I don't know, it's just so much
Oh,
easier.
yeah.
Oh, Blink is about to be finished up as well. Forward, Blink, Hero kills the Medevac, kills the 2 Widowmines inside of it. Well, that's another one that you can add to the list of Widowmine drops that have not done anything, mate.
Yeah, exactly. I'll add it gladly. And now this is a nightmare for Hero, man. For your Gumiho, I mean. Like you lose all the map pressure you have, and you go for 3rd CC before Stim. Your Stim is Giga late. Hero just has all the freedom in the world. He's moving in with the Blink Stalkers as well. We have no bunkers, so he's gonna find some damage as well. This is awful.
Yeah.
If you're Gumiho.
I mean, he had basically 2 phases of aggression so far that both got shut down in the center or far away from the Protoss main base. The Reapers and the Hellions did absolutely nothing because they were forced to defend. And then we had a Widowmine drop that also did absolutely freaking nothing. It is a bit sloppy, I guess, if we want to be a tiny bit critical, that he just flew over the center, right? Where there was a Stalker waiting, had control of the Zelnaga Watchtower. That's not the way you expect a man like Gumiho to set up a Widowmine drop. Well, yeah, it's a nightmare best of 5 for him so far. We can ignore game 1. Nothing went this way either. This is going alright, by the way, so far. And Hero might actually be in a tiny bit of a pickle. Do you think he's going to recall? Yes, he will try to recall. Should still lose one Stalker.
Yeah, he's going to lose one, I think. Yeah. Just loses one, and it's not the end of the world. He's delaying the racks as well. He's going for Colossus of his own. Hero just has a perfect setup. We'll see how he executes it. One of the main issues about Hero that I saw last time is that when I was casting him against Maru, is that it seemed like he was struggling a little bit, getting like charge in time and stuff like that. But he's getting it sorted already.
Yeah, that was the best.
I feel like the new meta of TVP is just tank pushes right now, right? For Terran. That's what I've been feeling. Like tank push after tank push.
Some of them, but it's very sad for Gumiho when he's already losing key units like a Raven, like a Medevac on his own side of the map. Since he did go for a relatively quick triple command center opening, there is a world where you can still make something of this game. Hero's getting very adventurous here. Just wants to find damage at all costs. Don't forget, by the way, Rico is on cooldown. He just knows it. I guess Stim is not ready yet. Might lose one Stalker here. Nope, not even that. Poor Gumiho is having a absolutely horror of a... What the hell? Did he just shoot at
Almost
his own
tank?
Almost killed his own tank, yeah. I mean, I understand the frustration, but I don't think that's necessary.
Man, if you're Gumiho here, what do you even do? Do you just start camping? I think you start camping, right?
Yeah.
That's the only way. There's no way you can move out in the map.
No, I think
and also there's no way he can survive a push. Yeah, it's gonna be so hard.
One of these scenarios where you're just gonna have to dig in your heels, build a sensor tower, build a couple of defensive missile turrets even, right, to maybe keep a prism at bay. And I would say start walling off. As sad as it is, when you know you're not winning, the last thing you really want to do is start creating wall-offs on your side of the map. But any move out is just gonna be a straight up nightmare. You're gonna get absolutely slaughtered. So yeah, you may as well just go all out on the defense. Indeed, little turret here, turret there. I'd love to see some depots, man. I feel like depots are underrated.
Yeah, for sure. Bunkers and depots. Maybe a couple of engineering bases as well as last resort in the wall. I feel like that's the only way he can survive a push. Without a wall, even I think he's just gonna get A moved. But Hero doesn't even need to do that. Look at it. Look at his eco. He has 80 probes already. He's getting a 5th base. He's just cooking, man. Double forge as well.
He is absolutely flying. We just got raided by your man, your partner in crime.
Who's my partner in crime?
Nick. Nick,
the legend. Hell yeah.
When is the last time you saw Nick?
I saw him briefly a couple of days ago, actually. We just sat down and had a beer together.
Yeah, was it fun?
Yeah, it was very fun. I always love seeing Nick.
Thank you, Nick. Is Roddy on a delay? No, there is no delay. Shout out to Tasteless for the raid. I appreciate it. We have a Dark Shrine coming online, double forge for Hero. It is nice, by the way, that Hero is at least taking his time here, so we actually get to enjoy some Starcraft 2 here. For everyone who just joined of the Tasteless raid, we are watching 4 best of 5s today. This is the very first one. All 4 best of 5s have $150 for the winner and $50 for the loser. So players will always get something. This is our opening series. And he's kind of doing exactly what we thought he should do. Still going to be very hard for Gumi to make something out of this game, but I like that he's at least making the correct call rather than sticking to the original plan. Double turret here, by the way. That's good enough. That's a kill.
Yeah, that's good.
All right.
Very good positioning of the turrets there. There's no way Hero could have sneaked in through.
Yeah. Also, it's not that you know,
I don't
right?
think Hero can push here. Yeah, exactly. You don't know about the second turret. It was very, very smartly placed. I don't think Hero can push here, but doesn't really need to. Like, if I'm Hero here, I just take another base and I just chill here outside. Just start shooting some Novas. What I don't like is that I think he has only one Robo. Exactly, he's only on one Robo. And I see Protoss players losing like this so many times lately, especially like with the casting and stuff. they're losing a lot of games just because they're pumping out one disruptor at a time. Even if you lose your Colossus and you reset the Viking count, if you manage to sneak in 3 Colossus at a time, that's absolutely fantastic for the Protoss player. It's not like he can't afford it, you know. He has all the map presence and all the map vision. He has the economy for it. So yeah, I would like to see herO throw down a couple more robos here.
Yeah, Lino, we had to flop 2 series around because herO set the wrong starting time to Nightmare. So we're gonna do Nightmare against Ragnarok after this one. I completely agree with you, mate. They often go very ham on the gateway count. They're like 10, 16, 22, and it's like, yeah, what about a few more robos? I do think that Protoss players in general got better at it ever since Classic obviously got his little bonus at Game is 8 last year for building 4, 5, 6 robos, whatever. Sometimes I think you can go too crazy, obviously. Like, if you're nowhere near maxed out, you probably shouldn't have 5 robos yet. But there is no reason at all for herO not to at least have triple robo here. I completely agree.
Yeah, and the thing about gateway units is, I'm sure you know this, like if you play the crap ton of games, but the moment the Terran maxes out and gets 2/2s, those gateway units just don't do as much as like the robo units. So yeah, here's throwing down 6 more gateways and he's going up to 22 gateways.
Like I said, guys, they are willing to go from 10 to 16, from 16 to 22. Eventually, herO might drop something else. I mean, if Gumiho does get those 2/2 upgrades, by the way, and gets maxed out, then it really does not matter that much anymore how poorly this game started for him. Reapers and Hellions not getting anything done, who cares? Widowmine drop not killing anything, who cares? If you can max out and you have a bit of money in the bank, like, there is a world where Gumiho doesn't just take an okay fight, but he takes an absolutely freaking fantastic fight. It's still going to take a little while, right? Because I do think we need at the bare minimum 2/2, since herO's upgrades are phenomenal. Yeah, there is a world. Do you think herO's just going to attack into this? All the tanks have just on siege, by the way, as he fires a Nova. I mean, not even herO can attack into this, no?
You underestimate my boy herO.
Okay.
He has 5k, 1.2k bank. He really doesn't care. I wouldn't be surprised if he just sends it here. But I don't think it's going to go his way. Gumiho's about to get 2/2 done, +2. The hero's just warping 10 DTs casually. I don't even know if they have blink yet. But Gumi's army is really scary now. And he got double factory as well. He's gearing up for the libs as well. He secured that 4th base. Let's see if he can keep it alive against the DTs.
You think it's just gonna YOLO?
The hero's just taking every base on the map. Look at that.
Yeah. Okay, the DT should be able to maybe kill the planetary. If Gumiho reacts quickly, though, he can actually kill every single DT here. Sure, the planetary is gonna die, but they have just blinked, and that means there is really no way out for all these DTs. What is herO gonna do with his main army? We're keeping an eye on it. He's gonna morph the DTs into Archons. Might get an Orbiter here, maybe gets a tank or 2, but he shouldn't be able to get a whole lot more than this. herO is so freaking crazy, man.
Yeah, herO is crazy. And Gumi is actually ahead in resources lost now, so that was not the end of the world for him. Like, losing the planetary kind of sucks, but that was a big investment by herO. Not that herO cares too much about investments right now. Look, he's just taking every single base on the map.
There are only
he's
2 bases.
Another one on the bottom.
Only 2 bases remaining that herO has not taken, and I have the feeling that he's going to take those 2 in the near future just for the memes. As the goals were a little bit exposed, this might be a decent moment for herO to at least get a couple of the tanks. He doesn't get much, but he gets something. I really feel like he's just trying to prove a point here, mate, where he's like, you know, I know that these casters are going to tell me to build more robos, or maybe transition into carriers or Tempest. I'm not going to do it. F it. I'm going to show you guys the power of the gateway. He kills that orbital, by the way, so that's actually good too.
Yeah. Now, let's... so, like, basically what happens here is that any single unit that dies from Gumiho's side is gonna suck, and herO is not gonna care too much. But I'm telling you, like, I'm a little bit worried for herO, because, yeah, you have 4.4k minerals, but what are you gonna warp in? Like 44 zealots?
Yes.
Like, that's not gonna go too well, I guess. I know, but that's not gonna go too well against 2/2 bio. And hero's just gonna move forward here, try to pick up some units. Blinks in as well.
Yep, just kill the sensor tower. I like it, mate. I hate sensor towers too. herO does, by the way, have too. 2 bases with rich Vespian geysers that he could take on the top left side. So even if he didn't have a lot of gases for a while, he's now able to basically get 4 gases at once. The man can actually warp in 44 supply of zealots at any given moment. He's got the money for it, he's got the gateways for it, and he's gonna keep on attacking into a Gumiho. He's got 3/3 upgrades, he's got Guardian Shield, he blows up a couple of his own zealots as well with the Purification Nova. The Viking count, though, is just not that crazy high. It's decent, but it's not crazy high.
Yeah, it's not crazy high, but these tanks are putting in work, and he also shot a lot of his own zealots with the Nova there. And good, and Hero just has a setup here. He doesn't need the fast warping. He has a gate Nexus there, and Hero's gonna ship it again. I'm a little bit worried. Let's see how this disruptors do.
That was kind of a bad fight for HeRO, but if any man has ever been able to afford it, look at this, by the way. HeRO has now taken every single base he could possibly take besides the gold, and there are the 22 zealots. HeRO says, I don't know about you, but he's feeling 22, and 22 zealots with 3/3 upgrades against a bio army that has already been battling for a little while. As Gumiho goes for the cuckoo, but he doesn't quite get all the disruptors. I mean, these are normally alrighty fights, but with the amount of bases that HeRO has, I don't think there is any such thing as a bad fight for HeRO.
19 more zealots coming, and yeah, HeRO has the two rich gas bases. He could warp in something else other than zealots at this moment, but it's not. I don't think he's feeling it, and yeah, he's just gonna keep warping in zealots. It's just way too rich for Gumiho to keep up here. Solid effort by Gumiho though.
Poor Gumi.
I would not want to be Gumiho when he rewinds. Yeah.
Yeah. This is one of these moments where you press B and you're like, oh my god, I knew he was rich, but it's like he even took the base above my natural. HeRO is styling so far. Obviously in professional StarCraft 2, the openings are incredibly important. And Gumiho had 2 steps to his opening. Reapers and Hellions supposed to maybe get something done. We saw Clem the other day just win a game straight up with Reapers and Hellions. Gets nothing done. He's battling Adepts, and he gets the Adepts in the end, but he already lost some of the numbers there. And a single Reaper and a single Hellion won't do anything anymore. Then phase 2 of the plan was, let's go for a Widowmine drop and slow the Protoss down a little. He loses the medevac with 2 mines inside of it in the middle of the map. Yeah, and at that point, your hands are kind of tied, right? What do you really do from there on out if you're a Terran player? Basically what Gumiho did, but he wasn't able to turn it into a victory, and I don't think we can really blame him for that.
No, yeah, solid effort by Gumiho, but that would have been an insanely hard comeback to pull off, honestly. Yeah. It's so hard to play against us when they're this rich and they can just keep warping units. Yep. It's really hard to stop them from taking bases as well. There's not much you can do, really.
Zealots and Stalkers with an upgrade advantage and a Guardian Shield keeping all the units safe is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
22 at a time as well. You take a fight, you're like, oh, I'm taking a pretty good fight, but you're not just fighting the initial army, you're fighting plus 44 supply as well of the immediate quick warp. It's like 44 is such a sick number. That's so much. Yeah.
All right, this is gonna be Amphion. I haven't seen this much in PvT I haven't seen this map in PvT that much. How do they usually play it? Is it like a standard map, or do you take the triangle third? How
I feel that the vast majority of good Protosses that I watch on Amphion, they love Phoenix openings here. Because if you don't have Phoenix, your life can just become an absolute nightmare when Terran players start dropping through the left side of the map. And it's also pretty hard, I think, to find a lot of great fights with just Zealots and Stalkers for a little while. So that is what I'm expecting. Before we introduce the players, by the way, Reynor, you know the drill, right, of the Big Brain Bouts?
What's the drill of the Big Brain Bouts?
The drill is that the matchmaker needs to avoid the 3 zeros, and this is your first time ever playing Dana White over here. It's not looking very hot so far, mate.
It's not looking very hot, but I believe in Gumiho. Gumiho is a man of, he's an early game man, you know. He needs his good early games, and I'm sure he can cook something here on Amphion. I have faith in my boy. I have faith.
Alrighty, my contact lenses moved, so I'm semi-blind, but I will still try to introduce the man who has taken the 2-0 lead. Back-to-back games, he just had an amazing start. Game 1 with a Zealot in a side blocker, believe it or not, as that bought some time for his proxy target to come online and Voice Race to straight up win it. And in Game 2, just fantastic defense against the Reapers, Hellions with a mine drop. And at that point, the world was his oyster. And he said, if it is, I want all the bases and all the gates. It is DKZ HeRO.
And in the bottom of Amphion, we have the Terran player, down 0-2, a little bit of unlucky with his early games. It is C9 Gumiho.
How's Gumi looking in the standings for the Esports World Cup? Is he on track?
I think he is, yeah. He mentioned about the fact that he was getting scammed by... like, he has to go through the open bracket in Dallas. Because... apparently, like, Yona stole his spot or something, because Yona is #1. So I started laughing when he told me that. I was like, yeah, welcome to my world.
Actually,
the guy just steals.
I had a very weird dream. I went to bed not too late, but most days I go to bed at like 1:30. I had a bizarre dream, and I remember waking up, and I wanted to tell people about it. It included Yona. I was at a Starcraft tournament, and Yona was there. I guess I'm just that excited to see him again that I kind of forgot the details. It's funny, right? Because sometimes when you wake up, you're like, oh man, this dream was crazy. I can't wait to tell people about it. But then if you don't actually make a conscious effort on remembering the details of your dream, then 3 hours later it's just a blur, and you completely forgot what it was all about.
Yeah, it happens very often to me as well. Yeah. I started taking some melatonin recently, and I don't know what happens, but I have like the weirdest dreams when I take melatonin. It's like full on nightmares and stuff.
You're losing to me?
No, even worse actually.
Wow, that sounds rough. Reaper has gone for a little back and forth, and this does mean that the Reaper, I think, is kind of stuck. I don't really see many ways for Gumiho to get out of here. I don't like this though, Reynor. Like,
there's a Zealot on the other side.
Yeah, maybe that's what's keeping him busy. Nice micro, at least on the SCV. We're not going to lose the SCV, but it's so important to get some sort of a proper ROI from these early game units. I feel like if you lose your Reaper in the main base of the Protoss this early, at the bare minimum, you want to get A, the Scout, B, you kind of want to get a probe, right? You kind of want to have a probe, and you just didn't get one.
At least they got to see the tech, and it's kind of weird, as you mentioned. Every game I saw on this map was Phoenixes, but I think it's mostly due to the Hero's just gonna recall here. I like it. It's due to the fact that I think that a lot of Protoss players, they hate having to deal with the dead airspace between the three bases. Because if you have like a Raven or something, you can go between the three bases you see behind the natural. And yeah, you can just do that, and it's giga annoying.
Yeah, no, I think you're spot on. That is annoying, and it's very hard to prevent it, right? Because units can safely travel from, let's say, if you're Gumiho in bottom left side, you can go one time here, you fly in, you drop an auto turret, and then you can just put the Raven here on AFK, or a Liberator, or even a Banshee. So yeah, the nerds love Phoenixes, but the hero says, I don't really care. Don't really need the Phoenix. So far, I've done perfectly fine without them. We did build a Void Ray. Gumiho is going for double Cyclone drop. I am not a very big fan of this. I kind of like the idea of just going for an early game Cyclone to stabilize against the depths that are being annoying. You need to be so cautious here, man, because Hero's Blink is damn quick. And if we lose this Medevac against a couple of Stalkers that blink underneath it, it obviously means we're going to lose the Cyclones as well. And it would just be another nightmare start for Gumiho.
Yeah. Man, I'm thinking, isn't this the worst 4-gate blink build of all time? Like, the War Prism is giga late, no?
No, it's fine. Most of the time, yeah, no, I think this is okay.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like it's a sentry. Okay, very interesting. I don't know what hero is cooking here, but I'm curious to see.
Can't forget that he also opened up with the Zealot, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It just feels giga late compared to what I'm usually used to seeing MaxPax.
Yeah, but I think there's many different ways to play it, and you can play it with different intentions. To me, it seems that hero wants to expand, even if he has 4 gateways. Maybe he was worried about some very early game aggression of Gumiho, because often Cyclones lead into some sort of a Cyclone tank Viking push, right? So maybe hero was reading it like that, and he said, I just want to make sure I can produce some extra units. I don't think he was really playing this with the intention of, I'm going to go ahead and kill Gumiho. Now that he sees Gumiho still at home and Gumiho has never attacked him, he might just go for it, as he is grabbing all the other units, rallying those to the bottom side of the map as well. We don't have a bunker here, mate. What we do have is 3 tanks, and I love that high ground tank. I think the high ground tank could become the MVP here.
Yeah, I believe that. I think Hero's gonna try to blink in for sure. Tank gets a shot off on the Stalkers. Stalkers blink in, but both tanks are shooting right now. And as you mentioned, the high ground tank is just putting in a lot of work right here.
Still getting, actually still in range. We're going to drop another turret too. Gumiho is pulling off a really good hold so far. Marine's going to go forward. Hero is going to warp in even more Stalkers. He has gone up to 3 bases, by the way. I think he just wants to at least get something done, but even Hero cannot justify a forward blink here, right? That would just be too long. Oh, he sees a tank move. He might just do it.
Hero.
Oh, he's going to go for the main, but there is a tank there too.
Yeah, I think you underestimate Hero, by the way, man. Like, he's capable of everything with Stalkers. He's crazy. But I think Gumiho is safe here, honestly. I don't think he can die.
Gumiho really needs SKillous Observer, man. He's seeing it with the Raven. He's afraid it's bait.
Yeah, I think he's a little bit scared, yeah.
MaxPax is going to pick up
Hero
a few
getting some
units
damage
immediately. Not too many, but just enough to deal with the War Prism and the 4 Stalkers. As Hero has transitioned, he's building a fort, he's getting an Immortal, he's firing up charge. Nice damage for HeRO, but I would still say overall very successful defense by Gumiho. I'm pretty proud of it. I felt that, yeah, he did about as good as he could ever do against a man like HeRO.
Yeah, it was pretty good defense, honestly. Like the tank setup, I liked it, and I'm only a little bit worried because I don't think Gumiho has too much right now on the map. And yeah, but if it is this dice, it's gonna be awful. So for the sake of not getting 3-0'd, no way! Oh my god!
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh man! And Gumiho didn't even start his +1 yet, so it went from being quite good for Gumiho to. I am not sure, man. He's gonna go for 2 base all in though, which I don't mind because Gumiho is. I mean, HeRO's not really taking up the Colossus just yet, so never mind. And as I said, that he drops the 3rd CC, so it's just gonna be like a committed push, I believe, on 5 Rexes. It's something Gabe would do.
That is weird because I kind of agree with you. I thought maybe 5 Rex and then pulling the boys as well would have some potential because HeRO is not gonna have splash damage anytime soon. So I kind of thought like, oh, okay, I can see that work. We just got +1 on the buy unit. You get Stim Combat Shield. HeRO full of confidence, by the way. Did it? Oh, the Raven! The Raven is actually going to go down. We do drop an anti-armor missile. It's a shame to lose a Raven like that.
Here's wild, no?
Yeah, this attack is crazy.
Absolutely wild. Yeah, I don't think there's a reason for him to attack here. He sees the 3rd CC timing as well, which is kind of funny. And he's just going to send it, man. He blinks it. He gets a couple of tank shots. He only loses 1 or 2 Stalkers there. Yeah,
I mean, we do often say, and you mentioned this on the previous game, that if you go heavy emphasis on the gateway units, it is important to keep on fighting and keep the armies small. Because the larger the armies grow, the more that favors the bio player. So HeRO is obviously not crazy, right? He knows as much about this game as you or anybody else out there. He's like, yeah, I know these attacks are wild, but it's okay. If we can just trade, if we can make these armies a tiny bit smaller, small will favor me because I'm out expanding you and I'm gonna have an easier time rebuilding all these units. Also maybe end up an Immortal, so perhaps a bit off, a little more than you could chew.
Yeah, this Prism in the Main is gonna be giga annoying for Gumiho. Once the Colossus are out, I'm a little bit scared for Gumiho here. It's gonna be really hard to deal with them. He just doesn't have the economy for it. His 3rd CC is just barely done. Also, let's not forget that HeRO killed the +1 of Gumiho, so Gumiho is still on 0-0 upgrades, which kind of sucks against Zealots. Like, +1 is very big.
HeRO has no idea about this move out. No idea about this move out. Do we have Rico? No Rico in the main. Colossus, there's 1 Colossus out. If we can just drop on top of that Robo, we can kill that Robo, kill that Pylon, by the way, that's powering 4 gateways at once. I kind of like this drop, man. I know it's crazy. We do need to take out that battery, the Pylon. I wish that he would have taken out the Robo. Gumiho had enough of the nonsense of HeRO and he's just sending it.
Yeah, it is gonna get cleaned up, which kind of sucks. But Gumiho's moving in the 3rd base as well. The Zealots are getting warped in. I just don't think this is enough, Kevin, honestly. Like,
he has a lot of money too, by the way. Yeah, there's just so much freaking Protoss everywhere we look. Sniping the Robo is obviously fantastic. No extended thermal lens for a while. Look at Gumiho's bank. He's just not building a single unit. I don't know what it is. Maybe he's just sick and tired of all the shit that HeRO has, and he says, I'm gonna go for 1 more Doom drop. But I don't really believe that I can turn this into something. HeRO's just too rich, man. Expanded too quickly. He's all over Gumiho. Never allowed Gumi on any single moment to play his game. And by the way, Gumi's starting 1-1, 11 minutes into the game.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough. Thankfully, HeRO went for attack upgrades and not armor, because otherwise killing those Zealots would have been a nightmare with +0 against +2, but still, like, this is not a situation you want to be in if you're Gumiho. HeRO just has casually 5 bases now, stacking up to Colossus again, getting some Immortals out, getting in with the Prism in the main as well. Nightmare for Gumiho.
Speaking of nightmares, some of you guys asking if he has already played. No, he'll be our next player. Gumiho also getting slapped on the right side of the map. HeRO is once more showing us why he is by many people considered to be the best Protoss player in the world. He's all over Gumiho, and he honestly made this look like it's an uneven match. And that should never be the case, since Gumiho is one of the best players on this planet as well. Great Terran, a GSL Code S champion of the past. He's been here, he's done that, but this time it's not meant to be for Gumiho.
Especially in TVP, right? I feel like Gumi is pretty good in TVP, but HeRO just completely outclassed him this game. Shout out to HeRO, 3-0. Which is not fun for us, but it's fun for him.
it is a little fun for me because, you know, now all the times you made fun of me for having 3-0 one-sided matches. You see, it's not that easy, Reynor.
Come on, in theory, this was not supposed to be a 3-0.
Yeah, well, you think I ever make a match that in theory is supposed to be a 3-0?
Well, I don't know. You have to deal with even worse because you get like the 5Ks and stuff.
Yeah.
And I assume that's even harder.
No, that's my stomping ground, mate. Like, I'm just one of them at the moment.
You know how they work.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna message the boys.
That's all good. All right. Congrats to herO for winning $150 and obviously participating in this very special Asia edition of the BASILISK Big Brain Bouts. Gumiho will still get $50. I'm sure that Gumiho will think back of that and be like, well, that's probably one of the easier ways that I've ever earned $50 because I didn't do too many things right here. It's all good. We know Gumiho is a world-class player, and I'm sure that he'll bounce back. We'll settle our prediction. The next one, though, I'm actually very excited for. I saw them play in the Kung Fu Cup, I believe, a few days ago, and I was just laughing, man, because these two are a really good match for each other. Nightmare and Shin, they bring out the best and worst in each other, and that's going to make it very fun for us.
I'm glad you liked the pairing I did here, because I thought Shin and Nightmare are just perfect for each other. So there were a lot of players I wanted to invite, but this matchup was just very fun in my head, so decided to go with these two.
Yeah, I only saw a best of 3, and that was an amazing best of 3, so I cannot imagine how fun this best of 5 is going to be, but we are going to live it out, guys. We were supposed to start the event with this best of 5, but Nightmare wasn't aware of the fact that we needed him at 5 p.m. Korea time, so we played the games out of order. But obviously all the games are live in the Big Brain Bouts. They pretty much always are, unless something very weird happens. Shin is, of course, previously known as Ragnarok. We're going to go ahead and give everybody 10 minutes to get the channel points on the line. So PVZ best of 5, same price pool as previous series. All series are equal tonight. I mean, yours is special to me, Reynor. But besides that, all series are equal. $150 for the winner, $50 for the loser. What do you say? We take 2-3 minutes break and then we hop into the next one?
Absolutely, yeah. We can, I already can see Shin in the chat, which is very nice.
All right.
So yeah, let's take a small break and then we can hop into the games.
Cool. I had something else I wanted to tell you, but I forgot what it was. I bought a new F1 Red Bull car yesterday. Don't have it yet, but it looks pretty.
Of Red Bull, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Of Max. Special America edition.
Oh, very nice.
All right. Guys, Reynor and I will take a few minutes. After that, we'll be back. If you guys have any questions, maybe I can answer them if Reynor is not back yet. Give to the subby to Fencer. 3 minutes. See you guys soon. PVZ coming up.